Bill Clinton spent an awful lot of time with Jeffrey Epstein, bombed around the world on his private plane, but then told us he had no idea that Jeffrey Epstein was a sexual predator. Just had no idea. Well, that wasn't very plausible, but now a new report indicates their relationship was even closer than anyone knew before. Chief Breaking News correspondent Trace Gallagher has all the details for us tonight. Hey, Trace.
Hey, Tucker. Jeffrey Epstein's 10,000-acre New Mexico ranch has been compared to the HBO series Westworld because it has an elaborate cowboy-themed village. It's also been dubbed Baby-Making Ranch because the New York Times reported that Epstein once said he wanted to simultaneously impregnate 20 girls at the ranch to improve the human race. Former President Bill Clinton has said repeatedly the only Epstein property he ever stayed in was his New York City townhome. But a security expert brought in to set up surveillance systems at the ranch tells the Daily Mail that Bill Clinton frequently visited there and that Hillary and Chelsea Clinton also visited on a number of occasions. But the security guy says the former first family stayed at a guest house in the cowboy village, not the main house. The security expert also reportedly says the former president was Epstein's closest, quote, celebrity mate. And Virginia Roberts, the woman who claims Prince Andrew had sex with her multiple times while she was 17, also says she saw Bill Clinton on Jeffrey Epstein's private island for a dinner held in Clinton's honor. Clinton and his spokesperson deny that, though Bill Clinton says he only flew on Epstein's private plane 4 times, even though flight logs show that he took 26 flights on the so-called Lolita Express. Bill Clinton's office maintains he did not know anything about Epstein's crimes. The security expert, by the way, also said that on some parts of the ranch, surveillance cameras were not allowed. Tucker.
Welcome, fellow digital soldiers of True Reporting. It is the 5th of December, and on today's podcast, we have 2 articles for you and an amazing Twitter thread. Coming at us from Sarah Carter, we see here from yesterday, Hillary Clinton still deliberating a 2020 presidential run. Maybe, just maybe. My friends, we all know why she's going to make a run for it. I believe she will. There's too much talk about it at this point. It's because she knows that our president is going to investigate her. But what she doesn't know is that he's already investigated her and he has all the knowings on her because the NSA has all, they know all, they hear all. Also, coming at us from the Daily Mail, we see here Bill and the thick-ankled dog-faced gremlin. Bill Clinton was you-know-who's Jeffrey's closest celebrity, in quote, mate, a frequent guest at his New Mexico ranch, with wife the thick-ankled dogface, staying at the pedo's cowboy-themed village, say estate workers. And finally, to round off the podcast, we see here an amazing Twitter thread that I talked about the other day. BoozeTube, Gaggle, and 23andMe, these companies reach worldwide. Not only are they worldwide, but they, some would argue, highly impact every country. It is safe to say the people who own these companies hold a great amount of power. But what if all the power was in one family? And my friends, we will break that down for you here today. Guys, make sure that you note this out, that tomorrow we will be doing Beyond the Headlines with Linda Paris from 8 to 10 p.m. That is this Friday, right? Eastern Standard Time from 8 to 10 p.m. We will be talking about missing people, going missing in state parks. This phenomenon is incredibly interesting, and we wanted to bring it to you this coming Friday. So be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, would you please welcome my sponsor, MyPatriotSupply.com. Hi there, friends. I wanted to tell you about my sponsor, My Patriot Supply, and what they're offering for the month of December. For this month, they are giving away a $70 discount on all 2-week food kit supplies and a guarantee that it arrives on your doorstep within 2 business days. We all know how expensive the holiday season can be, so why don't you save $70 right now by going to preparewithtruereporting.com and get your discount today. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas and enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel, True Reporting 2.0. We all know that censorship is running wild at this point. Also, guys, would you please go ahead and click the notification bell so when I post to this channel, you'll be the first to know. And finally, my friends, would you please click the like button? The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So again, from Sarah Carter, great person to follow on Twitter as well. Hillary Clinton still deliberating a 2020 presidential run, maybe, just maybe. Says here, it's hard to believe, but there's no doubt that two-time presidential loser Hillary Clinton is deliberating whether or not she will jump into the 2020 election. I guess former Vice President Joe Biden's no malarkey, the worst thing to put on the side of a tour bus. Absolutely sounds like it's from 1930. It says here, the bus tour isn't enough to pull the Democrats over the edge or give them any solid hope that they'll have a chance next year to beat President Donald Trump. It's going to be 96% win. He's going to wipe the floor with these people. There will be 46 states that go red. Clinton told Graham Norton, who is a left-wing comedian, this week that she better, and quote, make up her mind quickly because it's moving very fast. Are you saying, forget me now? Asked Norton. Not yet, Clinton said. I've been deluged in the last few weeks with thinking about what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm not at all, planning that. Right, yeah, right now you got to lose weight in those ankles because those shoes can't hold much more, I can tell you that. And moving forward, this is extremely important, guys. Remember how about a year ago when we were all talking about Jeffrey and everyone was saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a conspiracy theorist. Well, now we have all of these people, all of these news channels are talking about it. It's in the headlines, it's in major newspapers, it's on major websites, it's on Fox News, the MSM. Everywhere is talking about Jeffrey, and now we all know that with this video the other day with Joe Biden talking about kids climbing up on his legs, climbing up and laying in his lap, and he loves that. People are starting to know. You take that video of him talking about the kids crawling up into his lap, and then take the video from when he was in the Oval Office and smelling hair and kissing children, it's all going to come out. And now we see here that Bill Clinton was Jeffrey's closest celebrity mate. This is all over the news, guys, and they're talking about him being directly correlated with a pedos cowboy themed village. And this is going from word of mouth from estate workers who physically saw Bill Clinton and the thick-ankled always at this ranch. What were they doing there? Probably the most heinous things you could think of. To break it down real quick, it says Bill and Hillary would stay at Jeffrey's New Mexico ranch frequently after they left the White House. Former estate workers told Daily Mail TV. So we're talking about Bill and thick-ankled Clinton staying at a pedo's ranch. Now, what does this bring to mind? This brings to mind that there is a video that exists, 5x5, right? A raw video of Uma Abedin and Hillary, the thick-ankled dog-faced Clinton, doing something atrocious to a little girl or a little boy, and we cannot talk about that because of key words. But if you want to research it because it really is out there. It was on the dark web. I've done podcasts on this about Hillary talking about, hey, there is a video that does exist, and they're going to show flash imagery of it to try and ruin her campaign run or ruin her name, this and that. But it really does exist. It's all going to come out in the end. The former president, continuing forward, was Jeffrey's closest celebrity mate, and the Clintons visited Zorro Ranch a whole bunch of times, a former contractor who ran the IT system at the property said. The IT system, what does that make you think of? That makes you think of all the cameras that you can see down the stairwell. You can see someone standing off to the side, looks like Pelosi. Then you see a bunch of children down below in the basement. God only knows what's happening to them. We all know what they're capable of. These people aren't even people, they're demons. The family never stayed in the main house, but bunked down in a special cowboy-themed village created by Jeffrey, which lies a mile south of his own villa, sources said. And I've done a podcast on this place. It's literally so isolated, there is nothing around it except one dirt road going in and one dirt road going out. The guests' homes are next to other traditional Wild West style buildings, such as an old schoolhouse and saloon bar, which are all near Jeffrey's private airstrip, where he arrived on his private planes. This is all according to the security expert Jared Kellogg, who was brought in by long-standing ranch manager Bryce Gordon to improve security and set up a camera system, boom, at the main house and Cowboy Village. I bet you that what we are witnessing, those TV monitor screens that 17 has put out there, may not be at the island, may not be at the temple, but it could be at this Zorro ranch, right? Could be. Kellogg said, I was saying how cool the replica houses were. Gordon said, yeah, they were built for guests, ... It's really cool that the Clintons came out and hung with Mr. Jeffrey in the kill box, right? Bill Clinton and Jeffrey were once friends, and they still are, but obviously Jeffrey's dead, supposedly, right? And in August, Daily Mail TV revealed the convicted you-know-what had a bizarre portrait of Bill in a dress worn by Hillary hanging on the wall of his New York mansion. These people are crazy, guys. Finally, Clinton has flown on Jeffrey's private plane, the Lolita Express, several times, but denied ever visiting one of Jeffrey's residences, apart from one time at his New York home. He's lying through his filthy teeth. And last but not least, guys, this is from the other day, which I covered, talking about Gaggle, 23andMe, Sergey Brin, all these people stepping down from Alphabet, which is basically a subsidiary of Google. We can see here, these companies reach worldwide. Not only are they worldwide, but they, some would argue, highly impact every country. It is safe to say the people who own these companies hold a great amount of power. But what if all this power was in one family? Very disturbing. The patriarch of this family is Stanley Woodley. I cannot stand this last name. He is a physicist, but not just any old physicist. His passion is experimental particle physics. More specifically, his obsession is with the particle accelerator and CERN. Wow. The particle accelerator is a machine that uses electromagnetic fields to accelerate charged particles to very high energies. Stan's involvement with one specific particle accelerator housed at CERN in Switzerland is deep. It is the largest machine ever built by man. Check out this thing, guys. That's what we're always talking about. I've talked about CERN hundreds of times on this channel. Very, very disturbing. There, 11,000 top scientists from all over the world are working to recreate the Big Bang. Before Stephen Hawking passed, he suggested this action could cause a catastrophic vacuum decay that would lead space and time to collapse. Not surprisingly, their logo is 66 you-know-what. This is no joke. As we can see here, what is the nature of the universe? What is it made of? To seek answers to such fundamental questions. There you go. Look at all these 162636 CERN. Unbelievable, guys. That is their logo. And these people have a direct relationship. Is probably the father of the actual CEO of BoozTube and also of 23andMe, who is married to Sergey Brin, who was the head guy at Gaggle. This is major, guys. This family runs deep. These companies run very deep, guys, and they're all over the world. Very powerful. The matriarch of this family is Dr. Esther you-know-what. She built a CA journalism program into one of the largest in the nation. Has been a California Teacher of the Year. Her publications have won multiple awards, including Best in Nation from Time Magazine, which is so biased, and writes for HuffPost. Ugh, gross. Esther Wojcicki graduated from Berkeley, sits on the boards of many foundations, does TED Talks, lies to people's faces constantly, writes books, is the founder of many initiatives, raised 2 of the nation's richest women. Oh my God. Even monitored Steve Jobs' daughter. She clearly has large amounts of influence. Yeah, we can see her here at the Women's Summit. Now, on to the daughters of this couple. Their eldest, Susan, is the CEO of BoozTube. She has been number 1 on Adweek top 50 executives list, number 6 on the Forbes list of the world's 100 most powerful women, number 10 on the Fortune's list of most powerful women, and has a net worth of $500 million. Look at those teeth. She looks like a Clydesdale had sex with John Elway. Look at those gums, ladies and gentlemen. BoozTube has 1.9 billion monthly users worldwide. This is quite a reach. Imagine if a person had that sort of influence and hated our president. Imagine if a person had that sort of reach and had plans for a liberal America. Imagine if that person wanted to hide the truth from people. Absolutely. It says here, and Susan's younger sister is quite a big shot herself. She is the co-founder and CEO of 23andMe. You know, the company where you willingly send your saliva for them to have and learn everything about you and your family genes. This company also has their fingers in every country. 23andMe worked with GlaxoSmithKline using your DNA to develop new medicines. GlaxoSmithKline also works with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, making you know what? You know, the billionaire who said we need to reduce the population. I'm sure they mean no harm. Gross. And as if that wasn't enough power for one family, her Russian ex-husband Sergey Brin is the co-founder of Gaggle. In fact, this is how they, in quote, met. She just happened to rent her garage to the old Sergey to do his Gaggle work. Brin is the 10th richest person in the world with $53 billion. No explaining needs to be done to show how far-reaching Gaggle is. It is worldwide, to say the least. Interestingly, the Google Chrome logo is very similar to the CERN logo. 66, you know what? How ironic. And we can see here, boom, right there in our faces. Their symbolism will be their downfall. And last but not least, we have one family who has worldwide access to our DNA, our email, our search history, our entertainment, our research interests, world-troubling physics, biased journalism, influencing impressionable young, and creating you know what. But I'm sure it's all just a coincidence. And my friends, if you found this podcast informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, and don't forget to leave a like. You can donate to this channel by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We have True Reporting merch and a P.O. box, guys. Remember, tomorrow night, we will be doing Beyond the Headlines with Linda Paris. It's always a great time, so please tune in from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you soon, okay, my friends? Take care, and always know God is in control, and everything will be okay. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.